Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, 1963 Chevy C-10. We now have the new cab, or the used new cab, new to us, back off of the frame. We just set it up on the frame to make sure that everything lined up. And what I'm talking about is the body mount bolt there and the body mount bolts that are there. And that will correspond with that body mount there and that body mount there, and same thing on the other side. And once we got it on, found out everything lined up beautifully, we were happy. So took it back off and started removing all of the rear suspension on this thing. So you can see everything is basically gone. There it is. This is the center cross member for the rear, and that used to go right here. We drilled, cut off the rivets and drilled everything out. So that cross member went from this side to that side. Then you have the two trailing arms, one there with the spring on it and one over there with the spring on it. Then you have the other cross member that goes behind it. That right there is the panhard bar. That would have went from the frame right there to the rear differential, and the mount for that was right there on the pad for the rear differential, the pad that sits on the control arms or trailing arms right there, and the pad would have sat right there, and the panhard bar would have mounted there. Now with these trucks, this cross member is actually off. If you look at it from here, you will see that the left side, or driver's side, is further forward than the passenger side. It's closer to the back. The reason they did that is because on the original rears, the panhard bar mounted right here and then mounted right there to the frame. They needed the room to get the panhard bar to fit, so they just moved this back a little bit. Why they did it that way, I'm not sure. Why they didn't just push that back a little bit, make it even, not sure. But that's what they did for the clearance. Another problem we had was this frame rail from that cross member back to here was bent. It was bent in this way and down. This whole section right here was actually mushroomed out. So the C was pretty much gone. See how it's got a nice little C there? This was pushed down like that. This one was pushed up like that. And this whole section was just pushed straight in and then down a little bit. So we ended up having to straighten this whole rail out from that cross member to here. It was down about 3/4 of an inch, which is a big difference. So we got it all straightened out, made it all nice now. It looks like nothing ever happened to it. And if you come across and you look from between the two frame rails, you'll see they perfectly line. Look at that. Look at how nice that lines up. Beautiful. It disappears perfectly. And same thing on the other side. We knew this side was straight because of our measurements, the measurements that we took on everything. We knew this side was bent, again, because of the measurements. And if you look from this side, you'll see the same exact thing. Perfectly straight. Look at how nice that is. This C-channel right here, this upper lip on this one, is actually straighter than the upper lip on this one. So we'll straighten that out a little bit and get it all nice. But we do now have the new rear cross member in. We're going to be cutting the rivets out of this cross member, putting the new cross member right there in. And that's where all our new suspension system will mount to. It's a better cross member. It has the holes right over there. It's a little heavier duty than the original. And you can see the holes right there. See those holes? That one And that one, that's where the exhaust is going to pass through. Because when this truck is done, we will be setting the frame when the airbags are deflated, that section of the frame right there and that front cross member are going to be able to touch the ground. So we have to get our everything up above the bottom of this rail. So the exhaust system is going to have to go through this cross member. So we have a lot of work to do to get that to do that. And then once we start running the exhaust system, it's a lot of work to get them in here and fit everything underneath it, especially with the Watts link that we're going to be setting up on this. So there you go. There's some of what's going on. We got a lot more to do. I will keep you guys up to date as it goes. Alrighty, gentlemen, ladies, have fun. Okay, bye.